do the most energy towards. So who can share with Michael some of the things that he can use?
I would pick the closest one to your area where you live, because people, you're going to be known as a neighborhood realtor.
Yeah.
Get a dog.
That's what I did. I
Walk 'em.
simplified.
I got a dog
I
and I'm walking.
simplified mine.
Yeah.
I did
Turnover.
it.
Look at turnover. Turnover is a great,
Yeah, turnover.
I would start with that.
great tool to look at. You want to have high turnover. You also want to look at, who are some of the main players in that area. What kind of market share do they have? How long have they been there? Is that area really calling for some new blood, so to speak, and a new agent to come in there and connect with the neighbors? What else? What else can you use?
Quick question, are you using door hangers?
I have door hangers, yeah.
Okay, and then what about you send out blind CMAs to people in the neighborhood? I've seen.
I have done that, but it's pretty time consuming. I've sent out a bunch of different types of mailers. Mailers to me seem like you have to consistently do it for years before you really start seeing something come of it. That's a huge expense that I would like to not have. Because it's easy to hit 500 doors in a month, no problem, walking them. And 500 is a lot. You get
500 is a lot.
500, I mean, you're picking up a listing lead probably. So.
What's something else that we can do in helping us secure a farm when we have options? What are some other things that we can look at? What are some other indicators that would suggest this is a strong farm compared to not so strong? Let's look at the units that are being moved over the last 12 months. Let's look at the sales. Let's look at, are these agents going in there? If we look at the average sales price to list price, we can determine is there some sort of formula that we see in place. Are they overlisting it just to secure it, overpricing it just to secure it, or are they pretty much right on? Is there a 98% or greater, original list price to sales price? Because some areas you're going to see, that number smaller, and it suggests that they're going in there throwing, whatever they can to secure that listing, right? You guys don't want to do that. That's not a strategy that I think is going to be, suitable for you for the long term. So another goal in this 411 accountability, because I really want us to start to get these goals out. So Irene, I'm going to ask you to share with us one of your major business goals this year for 14.
Well, as far as units, I'm reaching high. I want to be 24.
So let's now, if I may,
want to be 24 in my farm.
may I coach you for a second on this?
Sure.
So words matter, correct? We talk about this a lot. So I'm going to try to suggest that, I hope to, but there's that little area that I could fail. But my intention to says a whole lot different message, right? When I intend to do something. I don't have my intention is 2 deals a month. That's 24 units. Great. Now how do you intend to do that?
My farming, my open houses. If I did open house yesterday, out of the area agent, did open house, 3 really good contacts, and 2 of them are interested in my off-market listing, under listing.
Off-market, do you hear that? Great choice of words.
So if one of them buys that one and the other one buys this one, because they both like both of them, so just open house and talking to people.
And if I may, we want to get as detailed and specific as we can with these, because we're going to see in the 411, part of the monthly strategies and monthly goals is going to not just hold open houses. I need to hold 6 open houses a month. I need to know what type of business I'm getting from these open houses so I can start to calculate and see how many of these open houses I need to do. And I say this all the time, Renee holds probably the best open house that I've seen from a standpoint of just doing it the right way. And if you guys ever want to watch her, ask her if you can come shadow her or just sit in and see how she does it, because she does a phenomenal job in holding an open house. But if you know you get a lot of leads, then you need to be sitting in these open houses. And I'm not just talking the traditional Sundays, Saturdays, and Sundays. I mean, off nights, off peak hours. I mean, you figure out where there's a big, if there's an event going on, if there's a school play, if there's something that's generating traffic flow to an area. That way, your signs are getting out, you're getting visibility, and you're getting a higher probability of getting some people through your open house that may not normally come on a Saturday or something, right? So get more specific on that. If I could ask you to change something in that, not just hold open houses, but
Yeah, well, I do open houses every weekend.
but have a goal
Every weekend,
every month.
and during the week too, so.
Yeah, and then if you're not hitting that, because what we're gonna do is on this 411, we're gonna have our monthly, and then that first week, we're gonna know if we want, 16 open houses, that first week, we better be setting 4. If you're only setting 3, guess what? That deficiency of 1 moves over to the second week, because the goal is to stay on track, right? So, great.
So
I love.
when she sets an open house, but somebody else is there in her place, do they use her signs or their own?
Are you talking
They should-
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, my sign.
She should use, if she's sitting somebody else's listing, absolutely, she should
I
be sitting
use
here.
my
The
own
point of it is to
My
drive.
flyers, my information.
Business to you.
When I go in there, I take everything out from the other agent, all of their lender information,
Yeah.
their flyers, their business cards, I put everything away and I.
She
put all
sprays
my
her
stuff out.
perfume
Yep.
throughout here.
I spray them as they walk out the door with my.
Exactly.
That's a good one,
Exactly,
Brock.
yeah.
That's a good one.
What else? Anybody else like to share? Tyler?
Net 150?
Net 150. So we're talking net. So he's got obviously your gross is going to be closer to that 200. So how do you plan on getting to 150 on your net?
Before after taxes.
Good.
So net.
Calling expires. Again, like we did with Irene, I'm going to ask you to get very specific. And as you get really good at making your calls, you're going to start to know the numbers that you need to hit in order to set the appointment, take a listing. So get really comfortable with your numbers, because once you're able to track your numbers, you're going to know exactly what you need to do to get to 150 on your net. Irene.